Sil starved her newborn by refusing formula despite low weight gain, and was caught secretly feeding rice cereal mixed with milk before doctor appointments to fake progress. We discovered she had a history of absing her brother as a child. This isn't about me, but about my Sil. I'm ND, so I'm sorry if I speak about a sensitive subject impolitely. I try my best not to offend anyone. I also don't have children, and I'm 19, so I probably don't know what I'm talking about. But please, if anyone can help us. English is not my native language, I'm sorry. My Sil, Julia, gave birth 2 months plus 3 days ago to a little, 2.85 kilograms, baby girl Amanda. We live in Europe in a country that's pushing for breastfeeding, no matter what. So Julia was very keen on breastfeeding. The baby lost a lot of weight in the first week, I don't remember how much exactly, and has been seen by multiple doctors since then. In her first month of life, the baby gained weight up to 3.2 kilograms. My mom has asked Julia multiple times to give the baby formula because the baby was constantly crying and had hunger cues. My mom breastfed all of us, 5 children, and she's very supportive of breastfeeding. She was just very worried about little Amanda. But Julia kept refusing, saying that only her milk counts and she won't be poisoning her daughter with formula. On her monthly checkup, the doctors said that Amanda is starving and she needs to eat. And so my Sil started going to multiple lactation consultants. They told her to pump around the clock, to top up the feedings with pumped milk, etc., but she refused to give Amanda a bottle because she said that if she introduced the bottle, then Amanda would never latch again. So she started feeding her like 20 milliliters of milk after each feed with a kind of feeding tube she put in Amanda's mouth. I don't know what to call it. Amanda didn't gain any weight for another 1.5 weeks, even though she was nursing every 3 hours around the clock, each feed 50 minutes, plus top-ups. Julia asked her mom friends for milk donations, and she started using that milk in the same manner for top-ups because she was able to pump only 50 milliliters per day. That's when Amanda gained a tiny bit of weight, 3.45 kilograms. Finally, 1.5 weeks ago, another lactation consultant told her that she needs to top up each feed with 80 to 90 milliliters of pumped milk, and she started doing it. And Amanda finally calmed down and started gaining weight. She's now 3.79 kilograms as of today. They also had her check for tongue tie, and she didn't really have one, but just a tiny bit of slightly thickened frenulum. They had solved the same day, 1 week ago. Today, my Sil visited a lactation consultant, and she told Julia that now she can give Amanda less milk as a top-up since the baby is gaining weight, and they want to check if the smaller amount of milk for 1 week will still make Amanda gain some weight. My mom is terrified of this idea because she doesn't want to see Amanda starving again, especially now that she has finally started looking pink instead of gray. My brother doesn't really care because he follows whatever Julia is saying. The lactation consultant also did a weight feed, but only 20 minutes because they had other patients, and in those 20 minutes, Amanda transferred 25 milliliters of milk from the breast. We don't know what to do. We know that breastfeeding is important for babies and mothers. We admire all the women who do this. But this became total craziness. Julia is constantly talking about nursing and pumping. Nursing and pumping, there's nothing that matters to her more than breastfeeding. We told her multiple times that she's a wonderful mom and she should relax with this, and de-stress, and sometimes other options might be better for both the mom and the baby. But she won't listen. She's power pumping once a day, taking supplements, pumping regularly 8 times per day, and she's only leaving the house for a visit to a doctor's or lactation consultant. Amanda doesn't even go outside for a walk in the stroller. The only time Julia is taking her out is when they're driving to an appointment. She's managing now to pump around 100 milliliters per day, and the lactation consultants are telling her that soon she will be able to fully breastfeed Amanda. Except that the feeds still take around 50 minutes, and without top-ups, Amanda would be admitted to the hospital. We want Julia to be happy, but she says she's happy when Amanda is nursing, and the most important thing for her is to experience her breastfeeding journey. We don't know what to do. We don't know how to talk to her. This is why I'm here, asking all the nursing moms. Is it really worth the fight? Update 1. I've been made feel like a monster because mother knows best. For the record, we are in Europe. I'm sorry for my English, and also I'm extremely emotional. My Sil Julia gave birth to a little Amanda 11 weeks ago. From the beginning, Amanda was barely growing, mostly losing weight instead of gaining. My country is heavily pro-breastfeeding and Julia decided that she wanted to breastfeed. However, Amanda wasn't gaining weight properly and landed in 0.1 percentile for weight. Julia forbade me and my mom from coming to visit them. She said we will poison her if we bring her food. It was surprising, especially that before she gave birth, we were good friends. So we only saw little Amanda on pictures and videos my brother has been sending to us. And only once, my mom said she's worried because Amanda looked like she's hungry. She was crying and writhing, pushing her fists into her mouth, while Julia narrated on the video that this is how a happy baby looks like with a full belly. So my mom asked if Julia cannot give her a bottle because Amanda still seems hungry. Julia went berserk and cut us off completely. She was pumping but her supply didn't go up at all. Amanda had a tongue tie resolved but it didn't help much. Julia was using donor's milk to top up Amanda's feeds through a sonde. I don't know what this thing is called. Now, every week they're visiting a doctor's office for a controlled checkup of the weight. This is where it gets really messy. They were there yesterday. And yesterday, my brother called us crying that Amanda is in the hospital. The story went like this. As always, Julia asked my brother to bring her coffee before the weighing appointment while she's using the nursing room to change Amanda's nappy. As always, he did. Except this time, a nurse went in the middle of it to ask Julia about some paperwork. And the nurse saw that Julia was feeding Amanda from a bottle right before the checkup. The bottle was 150 cc of milk and it was already half down. The nurse said that Julia was supposed to wait with feeding until after the checkup, and then my brother came in. He got very mad. He said that Julia refused giving Amanda the bottle, so WTF was going on. Then he took the bottle, and at the same time Amanda vomited with a very, very thick milk. Nurse went crazy and checked the bottle and it was filled with milk mixed with rice cereal. The doctor who's been called to see it immediately ordered moving Amanda to the hospital for an emergency checkup, especially after seeing Julia, who went berserk and started throwing stuff around and yelling at everyone that she will be feeding her baby however and whenever she wants. We went to the hospital to see my brother. Amanda already had her blood test done and they showed some problems with kidneys, liver and vitamins level and iron. The doctor said she has been starving for a long time and why nobody from our family reacted. We told them the story about Julia claiming that we will poison her. So the doctors immediately took Julia for a psych evaluation for PPD, but turns out she was faking it. She admitted to the doctor she was super scared that somebody might take the baby from her, that her friend told her that if she fakes PPD, we will leave her alone and she will have peace of mind during her breastfeeding. The doctors then told her that what she did was not okay and that she was regularly stuffing the baby with milk and cereal before the weight checkup so as to pretend that Amanda grew. And that she should just give Amanda bottles with formula because this is about the little girl's life and survival, as she's now failure to thrive and her life and health are in danger. Julia got very mad. She yelled that she will either breastfeed Amanda or she won't feed her at all and that the choice is only hers because this is her baby and nobody else's. Now this is when the doctors told Julia that either she will go for another psych evaluation or they call the police. Julia agreed for the evaluation and they locked her for a week. My brother is working 14 hours per day because they are poor, and after their wedding Julia decided she wants to be a traditional wife and he has to earn their living. So my brother said that whatever Julia is doing, it must be right. But after seeing what was happening, he got super mad. He said that she starved Amanda on purpose for her own sick satisfaction, even though he was working hard on providing money so they would be able to buy formula if needed. He said he wanted divorce and full custody over Amanda. We don't care if he will get it because it's rare for dad to take care of their daughters. Also, the doctors are mad at him that he didn't notice what Julia was doing. Before Julia went to the ward, I got angry and told her that she made monsters out of us and that we were just worried about her and Amanda. And that this whole situation was always only about Julia and her breastfeeding journey and not about Amanda's life. She called me a BTCH and said I should have died in childhood because nobody can love an autistic person like me. Ida? Update 2. I got so many comments under my original post and so many private messages that I am unable to reply to each and everyone, so I figured I'll post a short update. First of all, our little Amanda is doing good and stays in the hospital. She's being fed with formula and bottles. My brother had to agree to this, and since yesterday gained 30 grams. She had more tests done and we're waiting for the results. The doctors are also worried about the fact that Julia force-fed Amanda with cereal mixed with donor milk before the appointments because apparently it can cause some problems with digestive system in the future, especially that they don't know for how long she's been doing it and she doesn't want to admit it. Second, thank you all for your support. Also, thank you for the comments stating that we let Amanda down and put her in danger. Me and my mom realized it and we feel terrible about it. Some people were questioning what happened because my previous post in other groups stated that Julia is feeding Amanda and that she's doing everything she can to provide milk for her. And yes, that is true. This is what we knew at that time. We didn't know Julia decided that it's either breast milk or nothing at all. She only said this in front of the doctors. My brother took vacation at work and most of his time he stays with Amanda, but he will be moving in with us. All this time he's been working and later doing overtime under the hand and he feels exhausted but says he had no other choice. He promised he will do everything he can to be a good father. We don't have any information about Julia, but no matter what we worry about her. She's our family as well. She doesn't have her own family. She said before the wedding that she and the rest of her family had a fight and they cut her off, so she is alone in this world and we felt very sorry for her. We managed to get in touch with one of Julia's friends, Linda, who was donating milk to her. Linda was terrified with the story and admitted she was the one who told Julia to pretend that she's afraid of us poisoning her. All of it because Linda's mill was demanding to visit them after the birth, so she used this excuse for people to leave her alone. And apparently Julia said to Linda before giving birth that Amanda is only hers and only she has the right to hold her, and Michael, my brother, if really needed. And I don't understand this because my mom never asked to hold Amanda. In the hospital, 2 days ago, it was the first time we saw Amanda in real life. Linda also told us that she introduced Julia to the Milk League, and there she found out all the bad things about formula and bottle feeding. Also, it turns out she never wanted to vaccinate Amanda, but my brother forced her to. Linda said she recommended Julia a couple of lactation consultants who apparently weren't real educated LCs but some women with Instagram accounts claiming to know a lot about breastfeeding. This is all for now. This is all the information I gathered. The most important to me is that Amanda is safe with the doctors and nurses. I will update whenever I know something more if you want. Update 3. Happy news, Amanda is currently at our home doing very good. Before I start with the update, I want to specify that, A, I don't know everything. If the story is missing details, then I'm sorry, but I can't provide more as I'm very often not in the place where the conversations or revelations take place. I rely only on what I'm told. B, our attorney told me that for the good of our family and most of all Amanda, I'm not allowed to share the details of the ongoing case. There are many people involved now, many authorities. I need to keep my family safe, and most of all Amanda. We owe her the best. So I won't be answering the questions about, is Jugendamt involved? Are there any charges and what are the charges? Interrogations? Court? USW? Please don't ask me these questions because I won't answer them. Now to the update. Amanda, she's out of the hospital, currently placed in our family house. We will have daily visits of nurses who are going to check up on her and on us and make sure that she's growing well and that we're taking good care of her. Currently she gains around 35 to 40 grams per day, which the doctors say is an amazing result. She is also pink now and not gray and is very interested in everything. I was scared to hold her because I've never held a baby. But my mom showed me how, and Amanda was smiling to me and playing with my braid. My older sister came to live with us for the time being and help us so everyone can get enough sleep and be a present caregiver. Amanda is eating every 3 hours around the clock from a bottle. She's getting a high-calorie formula and she seems to be fine. Tomorrow she will have another blood test done and we're hoping for the best. We asked the doctors a couple of days ago to ask Julia to give us some breast milk for Amanda if she's willing, but Julia didn't agree. The doctors told us that she stated once again that either she's feeding her baby from her breast or she won't be feeding her at all. So formula it is. Julia, as far as I know, she's probably still in the psych ward as she didn't return home. We don't know what's going on as she canceled all the permissions she gave to my brother to know about her health. So nobody can tell us anything right now. Before she canceled the permissions, one of the doctors told my brother that she has a strong narcissistic personality, but they believe there's more to this. Michael, my brother, knows about his mistakes. He's taking some sort of parenting classes and being in therapy and is working on himself to prove that he can take care of Amanda. He will be fighting for full custody. I can't tell about other things that are going on, so basically that's it about him. But he found out something interesting that he shared with the doctors of the psych ward. Julia's family, so my brother managed to find them through social media. And when he told them about Amanda and everything that happened, Julia's parents immediately wanted to come to visit, but Julia's father has problems with mobility, so instead they invited Michael to them to talk. Now this story is how Michael told us. If there are missing details, I'm sorry, but this is all I know for now. There were more things, I think, but later he decided to talk to my mom behind the closed door. So Julia was raised in a religious family in a small town. She has one younger brother, Sven. Her parents said that Sven was always a very sickly child. He was always ill, always with weird diseases that made no sense. Like sudden fevers and stomach bugs when nobody else had them. Sometimes he would have bones broken, like fingers or toes, and he couldn't explain why and how did that happen. So the whole family had to take care of him, and because they had no sitters, Julia was always with them in the hospital when they needed to take care of Sven, mostly on weekends. So this isn't really weird because I was always hurting myself with stupid things, so I can relate. But then they said that when he was 18, Sven took all his belongings and moved out of the house and began working in the city. He only sporadically reached his mom to tell her he was fine and he wasn't sick anymore. Julia was very upset when Sven moved out, and her parents said that she was always super close with Sven and they were always together. She was angry afterwards. She was breaking plates and glasses and even once made a hole in the wall after she threw a chair onto it. So her parents asked her to move out. She moved out, and soon after she met my brother. They were together for less than a year before the wedding because she said she is from a very religious family and she cannot wait. Now the thing is that Julia is like super pretty. And my brother, well, he's my brother. So he was really into her, and he really wanted to be with her, especially that she was educated and he is working simple jobs, and he was always admiring her for her knowledge. And that's one of the reasons he never questioned what she was doing with Amanda, especially that Julia told Michael multiple times that she is the smart one in this house. Shortly before the wedding, Julia reached out to her parents demanding money for the wedding dress and wedding party as well as inviting them. She also pushed for her brother to come. But when the parents called Sven to tell him about it, he said he will never be in any proximity to Julia, not after what she's done to him. He broke down and said that all his illnesses were caused by her. She forced him, for example, to eat raw potatoes or old cottage cheese, and once even a random animal poop she found in the fields. She also used to play with him violently, and he always ended with broken fingers, toes and wrist, 3 times. So the parents went berserk. I'm skipping here the part about how they were quarreling and trying to find out if everything was true, but apparently it was true. They said they don't want to see their daughter again anymore and she won't get any money, and if only they knew who her fiancé is, they would reach him and warn him to not even think about marrying Julia. But they didn't know Michael back then, as Julia refused to introduce him to her parents before the wedding. Michael got pretty mad at Julia's parents that they didn't try to warn him, but they later said they honestly started thinking Julia is making up the whole wedding thing, as she used to lie a lot when she was a teenager and young adult, and that she just wanted money from them. So the parents didn't do any effort to find Michael, but instead focused on Sven and helping him, which is totally fair. So that's the story for now. I felt sick when Michael told us about Sven. It was a couple of days ago and I'm still feeling shocked and bad. It feels so wrong. Especially because Julia was always kind to me. She never tried to hurt me. I know her for almost 1.5 years. Michael told about it to the doctors, but they couldn't say anything because of the lack of permissions. So for now, this is it. I'll update more when I can.